पेशेंट गोई है सब लोगों की, आप आ जाएं और अपना अपना केस, अपना अपना एनालिसिस लेकर सामने आ जाए। आपकी अदालत शुरू होने जा रही है। HSH और अशोक सर प्रेजेंट करने जा रहे हैं। रक्षा मैम के साथ माँ तुझे प्रणाम।
Good afternoon, team. I take this wonderful opportunity to introduce our mentor for today, Dr. Raksha Meena Thakkar ma'am from Thane, Mumbai. Raksha ma'am is a senior practitioner from Thane. She is practicing since over 16 years, and ma'am is a coordinator of her Trust for Women Empowerment. Ma'am is a trustee of TJ Educational Society. Ma'am is also a committee member of Wagle Estate Doctors Association, Thane. Ma'am is associated with Meena Maganlal Charitable Trust, which conducts various camps, seminars, and also helps students through sessions on homeopathy. Ma'am is honored by Elite magazine in Punjabi. Dr. Raksha ma'am also facilitates bachelor therapy and also conducts foundation courses in the same. So also ma'am encourages many budding homeopaths. She's an active participant at a number of forums by presenting her cases with her excellent knowledge in homeopathy. So Raksha ma'am, HSH માં તુમે પ્રણામ સિરીઝમાં તમારું બહુ બહુ સ્વાગત છે.
Thank you so much. I got introduced from a Navy officer's wife. Dr. Ranjita's husband is a Navy officer, and it's really a privilege to be introduced by a Navy officer's wife because I have got lots of respect for Navy and military people. Okay, so thank you so much, Dr. Ranjita, and thanks to all the delegates joining in this session. Like, before we begin, I have shared this case already in the Telegram group. Okay, so I will just read out the case. So those who have not seen the Telegram group, I will just give a glimpse of the case. Okay, and from a favorite destination, Goa, so the Jheel, Dr. Ranjita, it has added more to it. Okay, the enthusiasm. It is my favorite destination point when it comes to holiday. Goa is the first place. Okay, so I read
Sure,
out.
ma'am. Please visit sometime.
Yes, sure. I will, and you too do visit Bombay.
Sure, ma'am. Sure.
So the case goes like this: female, age 51 years, comes with the chief complaint of migraine. There is slight pain, and the side affected is the left side. It's since 15 days, and she is having tired feeling. Okay, so very good point raised by Dr. Preeti Agarwal in the group, that left-sided is, see, whenever it is left-sided, so it is the psychodynamics. If we got to consider any problem in the life-sided, it is concerned with the heart. So it is with the loved ones. Okay. So when it comes to loved ones, it is the son, daughter. Okay, those who are blood related, that is the left side. A very good point by Dr. Preeti Agarwal in the group. So left sided is affected, and the headache is aggravated by sun. And कोई बात करे तो उन्हें अच्छा नहीं लगता है. Okay, this is what she said. And she is having complaints of muscular spasm, and it is on the left side. Again, left side is affected. And as the case unfolds, you will understand why left-sided and what was the main concern of the patient. Okay, so she had weeping disposition, and if she scolds kids, she starts weeping. Very sentimental, highly sympathetic personality. Earlier, she would stay in a joint family with 12 sisters-in-law and 2 brother-in-law. She being the eldest. Now she stays with her husband and 2 elder sons and 2 sons. Okay, the elder son is married, and so the daughter-in-law and the younger one is in 8th standard. Okay, then now it so happened that first she was staying in Bihar. Then now they have shifted to Bombay. So here it is with the husband, with the elder son, daughter-in-law, and a son in studying in 8th standard. and the one daughter is in States. She is married. Okay, so what was it that was revolving in regards to the case? Let's understand. Okay, so the next movements are painful, and she had already taken allopathic medicine, but no much relief. जकड़न सी महसूस होती है. So there was a question in the group that the sensation method, if we consider, Dr. Aishwarya had asked this question that, ma'am, sensation method or jakadan. So the sensation method now, all the cases, so sensation method, there is an session beyond that, that is personal evolution model. So that's where the exactness came into advent. Okay, so all these cases, yes, no doubt, high regard and respect for sensation method, but there is something beyond it, that is personal evolution model that has been invented now. Okay, so we will be going through this question as well, and once the case is unfolded, you will understand why this point was highlighted. Then patient has got siblings. So two siblings there, and she is the eldest, and she has got one younger sister. And the younger sister died of liver complaint. Okay, so patient was attached to this sister, and she would share all her feelings with her. 2 days back, she got a dream. Once a week, a dream she gets where she is conversing with her sister. Okay, and the patient was, when during the case receiving, okay, so she had tears filled in her eyes, but the tears didn't roll down the cheeks. स्ट्रेस लगता है मैम, रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी हम घर में सबसे बड़े हैं एंड सब संभालना होता है. बच्चे गलत संगत ना लग जाए, नशा लत ना लग जाए, इसलिए हम उन्हें बाहर खेलने नहीं जाने देते हैं. बच्चे गलत वे चले जाए, सोसाइटी में रूल्स आर देयर इन द सोसाइटी, तो हमें बच्चे को बाहर नहीं भेजते हैं, हमें डर लगता है. ओके, और बच्चे पढ़ाई में अच्छे निकले, हमें कोई शिकायत नहीं. एंड बाय प्रोफेशन शी वाज अ टीचर, और डिलीवरी के बाद छोड़ दिया टीचिंग जॉब, बिकॉज घर वालों ने कहा आप कर सकते हैं, आपको जो अच्छा लगता है, पर घर पे बैठ के करना है, बाहर नहीं. Now many have taken domination here. There was no domination. Okay, and these people, they were supporting her. In fact, the son, the daughter-in-law also accompanied her during the consultation, and she has done this Mehndi course and beautician course. Okay, later. Now someone in the group had asked that then मेहंदी कोर्स एंड ब्यूटी पार्लर का कोर्स उन्होंने किया है और टीचर का उनको मना किया. दैट इज एम्बिशन इंक्रीज. ओके, शी वाज एम्बिशियस एंड इट वाज लाइक शी वाज एक्सेप्टिंग. देयर वाज नो डोमिनेशन एज सच कि आपको जो है नहीं करना है, जो आपको करना है आप कर सकते हो, लेकिन घर बैठ के करना है आपको. Okay, and her elder daughter is who is married and in States. She has done MCA and she was worried. Okay, तो पहले शिकागो में थे, अभी कैलिफोर्निया में है, and these were the wordings which she used. लॉटरी सिस्टम होता है वहाँ सिलेक्शन के लिए, तो उसी का ही टेंशन मुझे रहता है. Okay, so in the group it was like fighting with the rubrics, with the remedies, with the theme. Okay, so CAUSTICUM was given to this female, and yes, many have come up in the group CAUSTICUM. Okay, so why CAUSTICUM? So as I had promised, I would be discussing about the rose as well, the personal evolution model, and moreover, if you see, I have even posted the chart in the group, the periodic table chart. So if you refer the horizontal and the vertical ones, okay, so when it comes to the horizontal one, it is like 7 rows and the 7 vertical one, and the horizontal ones are the 18 columns. So this lady belongs to 4th row. Okay, and why 4th row? Because the 4th row deals with house, then insecurity रहती है 4th row में. ओके, तो उनको जो है हाउस, फैमिली, फिर जो है उनको जॉब और मेरा घर बनाना है, स्ट्रक्चर. ठीक है, तो ये जो लेडी है बेसिकली उनको जो है अपने बच्चों की चिंता है, उनको जो है घर परिवार उनकी चिंता है. दैट्स व्हाई इट इज बिलोंगिंग टू द रो 4. When it comes to third row, it is nourishment. That was not seen in this case. It was not a matter of nourishment or जो केयर प्रोटेक्शन विच अ मदर गिव्स, वैसा नहीं था. यहाँ पे इट वाज एंजाइटी एंड केयर फॉर हर चिल्ड्रन. now what is the difference between anxiety and what is the difference between care? तो एंजाइटी में चिंता करते हैं. ओके, एंजाइटी इन हिंदी इज चिंता, बट वहां पे कोई एक्शन नहीं लेते. क्या होगा, क्या होगा, क्या होगा, क्या होगा, क्या होगा, यू आर थिंकिंग, देन टेक सम एक्शन. चिंता हो रही है तो बट एक्शन नहीं लेंगे. ओके, तो एंजाइटी चिंता होती है मुझे. व्हेन इट कम्स टू केयर, एक्चुअली केयर करते हैं. तो शी वाज केयरिंग फॉर द किड्स एंड देयर इज अ रूब्रिक केयर फुल ऑफ डे नाइट इन CAUSTICUM. Okay, so the rubric which I took was anger, contradiction from, ailments from grief, silent grief, case full of day and night, and I want to specify this specific rubric in this case. Okay, when she said बच्चों को लत लग जाएगी, बाहर गुंडे हैं गली में, तो द सोसाइटी देयर आर गुंड्स, तो इसलिए हम बच्चे को बाहर नहीं भेजते. देयर इज अ स्पेसिफिक रूब्रिक इन सिंथेसिस रेपेटरी. इफ यू हैव सिंथेसिस रेपेटरी, ओपन द रेपेटरी, and in mind section of the synthesis repertory there is a rubric, fear climbing boys should be harmed. That is there in CAUSTICUM. Okay, climbing boys, if you recollect, there was one ad. If I get that ad, I will share in the group. ये है बढ़ता बच्चा. Okay, so बढ़ता बच्चा, that in that ad it was a song, ये है बढ़ता बच्चा, and I don't recollect the exact lyrics further, but there was this ad. Okay, so बढ़ता बच्चा is climbing boy. Okay, that is the interpretation of this routine. Fear climbing boy should be harmed. तो उनको जो है लत लग जाएगी बुरी संगत के कारण और मेरे बच्चे बिगड़ जाएंगे, इसके लिए मैं उनको बाहर नहीं भेजती हूँ. ओके, injustice cannot support, and she even mentions that when the kids are out, when they go out and when they are late in returning, then at that time this female is negative. Pessimistic is the rubric. Okay, so when it comes to pessimistic, I give you one example. Say a glass is filled with water. Okay, so when the glass is filled with water, it is half filled. Okay, so optimistic person will say that the glass is half filled, but when it comes to pessimistic, they will say the glass is half empty. So they will focus on the aspect where the glass is empty. In case of optimistic, they are positive as well. So optimism. Okay, so वो जो है glass आधा तो भरा हुआ है ना, तो उस तरफ देखो. When it comes to pessimistic, or I had seen one clipping even in Facebook, Dr. Jay Madan. Okay, so you can search for her Facebook page, and she had shared this. She said that when we are going out on a vacation, okay, and everybody is enjoying, but the pessimistic person will say, oh, itni garmi hai. Okay, so there is hilly areas, scenery, but then too, वो person को गर्मी जो है वो she can feel कि मतलब ये गर्मी हो रही है, इतने अच्छा नजरिया है उसके तरफ भी तो देखो. Okay, so pessimistic will always have this negative attitude. So if I get that Jay Madan clipping also, I will share. Okay, then so CAUSTICUM 200, 1 HS and stat dose was given. So now when we take the periodic table, so it is from the birth. as we go from left to right, from birth till the death, from the conception till the death. When we go down to the third row, it is nourishment. It is, you must imagine it as a fetus in the womb. That is the third row. And when it comes to the fourth row, the fetus is already outside. Okay, and then fourth row will deal with the house, with the structure. Okay, so this is the fourth row, and Dr. Abhi, he said that it is a Kali group. Yes, it's Kali group. And Dr. Sashikant sir said causticum, but sir, I expected that you even share few lines on causticum as well. And Dr. Hussain, Dr. Gautam, they came up to the remedy causticum. But the thing is, Dr. Gautam, he wavered because he took up the rubric first. He was with the field. So every time when it comes to rubric, it's not just picking up of the rubrics. The rubric has to coincide with the field. रूब्रिक के पीछे के भावार्थ को समझना है और फिर रूब्रिक को जो है चुनना है. ठीक है. So many a times it so happens 20-25 rubrics are taken, but that will be quantitative analysis. Rather, it should be qualitative analysis. And why I always emphasize on analysis and evaluation rather than posting the repertorial chart is the thought process. Okay. So डायरेक्टली कभी भी जो है ना रेपेटोरियल चार्ट नहीं, फर्स्ट यू एनालाइज. क्योंकि कभी भी प्रॉब्लम होती है तो हम प्रोज देखते हैं, उसका कॉन्स देखते हैं, देन वी एनालाइज, देन वी इवैल्यूएट. तो पेशेंट इज आल्सो कमिंग अप विद हिज प्रॉब्लम, हिज कंसर्न. तो उसका पहले प्रोज देखेंगे, कॉन्स देखेंगे, फिर काउंसलिंग भी होगा. तो व्हेन वी शेयर इन सोशल मीडिया, इट इज द जिस्ट ऑफ द केस. But this case does require 4 to 5 to 6, depending on the cases. There are multiple sessions, but when it comes to social media, we have to share the gist of it. Okay, so then stalwart study. Okay, so I was referring to a book on stalwart studies. There was a case. Okay, in that case, the grandmother was babysitting her grandchild.
मैम
Who had a traumatic experience. हेलो,
आपकी पिक्चर थोड़ी ब्लर हो रही है, थोड़ा सा नेटवर्क इशू है शायद. एक बार लीव करके ज्वाइन कर ले प्लीज.
Okay, so I'll just complete this part and then we can share with the doubts as well. Okay, so a grandmother was babysitting her grandchild and she had a traumatic experience that, and the baby died in her arms. Okay, जो एक ग्रैंडमदर थी उनके बच्चे को बेबी सिटिंग वगैरह कर रहे थे. ठीक है, और जो है उनको बच्चा उनके गोद में ही the baby died. Okay, so there was immense grief. Plus, add to it, the daughter-in-law accused her of being responsible for the kid's death. Okay, उनकी बहू ने उनको कहा कि आप ही रिस्पॉन्सिबल है इनके बच्चे के डेथ के लिए. एंड आफ्टर दैट शी गॉट एल्जीमर्स. ओके, तो तभी इनको कॉस्टिकम दिया गया था. Causticum reacts actively out of sense of injustice, organizing boycott, मोर्चा भी करेंगे. लेकिन Kali group, and as per what Shankaran sir said in Soul of Remedies, it is that they are facing threat outside, and so being the strongest member of the group, they are anxious and fearful that something will happen. Okay, so and moreover, so these people, they have to take on the responsibility. They feel there is a threat to the group. Okay, so they are the strongest member and they take the lead. Okay, they are even revolutionary and anarchist. Okay, so since this has to be an interactive session, what is the difference between revolutionary and anarchist? Anybody in the group can unmute themselves and can share the difference between revolutionary and anarchist of Causticum, or in general also No problem. Okay. Revolutionary and anarchist. Anybody? Difference?
Ma'am, anarchist is somebody who revolts against the authority, like the government or the king or anybody against. That is an anarchist. And revolutionary is somebody who wants a change, revolution, change against the existing, problems maybe. That
Very
is
good.
it.
Very nice, Dr. Smita. So
Thank
we
you.
have got Hegel, sir, revolutionized homeopathy, revolutionary homeopathy, isn't it? So Hegel,
Yes, ma'am.
sir, has taken the concept of organon materia medica homeopathy as well. So when I discussed and my mentor said, Madam, revolutionized homeopathy, तो revolutionary ऐसा है change as you said no. तो बच्चे को रोटी भाजी देते हैं, ठीक है, और आजकल के बच्चे what they say frankie. So this is a revolutionary thing. It is a change. The same thing when it is wrapped up in fancy packing, revolutionized. This roti bhaji is nothing but prank. So this way we'll understand, and revolutionary people will revolt. Anarchists will not like anybody governing the authority. No one must govern. Okay, and so you all have this Kent Materia Medica book in front of you. Open that.
Yes.
Mental. Okay, mentals. Kent, Patak, and Clark. तीनों book है ना handy. So in Kent, a very beautiful word Dr. Kent has mentioned in his Materia Medica. He says, timorous anxiety overwhelmed. Okay. So what is timorous anxiety? What is the word meaning of timorous? Anyone? Timorous. Timorous. Okay.
Always frightened, kind of,
Yes.
that way. Imagining things, fearful things, and then getting frightened. ऐसा तो नहीं होगा ना, वैसा तो नहीं होगा ना, that kind.
And the nervousness along with lack of confidence. That is timorous anxiety, overwhelmed with fearful fancies. And Dr. Ken says, fear something is going to happen. Fear death, something will happen to family. Anticipating dreadful events. Prolonged anxiety struggle. Anxiety before falling asleep. I am just sharing the gist. He has mentioned it in an elaborative way, but I have picked up the point from Kent's Materia Medica. Okay. More he thinks about complaints, worse they become. Ailments from long-lasting grief and sorrow. Prolonged fear, vexation, and vexation about business. Okay. So this is mentioned in Kent's Materia Medica. Okay. Now, open the book on Patak Materia Medica. I hope you all have it handy. And even if you don't have, don't worry. I'll be sharing the notes. I'll be sharing the entire gist. Okay. In the group. But if you all have it, you all can refer, because Dr. Hussain Mulani said आपकी अदालत, तो सबूत भी पेश किया है साथ में. Okay. So it's from Patak repertory, oversympathetic, beaming mood. That is a melancholic, whimsical mood. Okay. And fickle. These people are usually with a negative and pessimistic, so they are towards the lower side. Low लगता है उनको, ठीक है? And thinking about the complaints aggravates mental fatigue, hopelessness, and despondence. Okay, so loss of hope. And it is mentioned in I think Kent. I'll just check out. Okay, so it is tenter hook checking. तो टेंटर हुक पहले के जमाने में जो कड़ी रहती थी दरवाजे पे, दे यूज्ड टू चेक बराबर से लॉक हुआ है कि नहीं. दिस इज द trait of causticum personality, because they fear threat to the group, to the family. Okay, and that is the reason why they will check about it. So Dr. Ranjita, are you there? you had said vanilla, ailments from cares and worries. Okay,
Yes,
but the
ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
vanilla patient is dictatorial as well. And vanilla patient को जो है it belongs to the orchidaceae family orchid. जो orchid हम use करते हैं flowers, they are used for decorative purpose, isn't it? So vanilla को जो है सब decorative and flower की वो बहुत पसंद है. And there is a rubric in vanilla, deluging could do nothing. यहाँ पे ऐसा नहीं है. The theme didn't cover vanilla basically. I hope I am convinced you that this case is not vanilla, but it belongs to the mineral
Yes,
kingdom
ma'am.
of Rofos causticum. Okay, so dictatorial
Yes,
भी होती
ma'am.
है. And she is not dictatorial. Yes, she did fight against injustice. अन्याय सहन नहीं होता. सासू माँ के साथ में नोक झोंक चलती रहती है. This is what she said. Okay, but that aspect, as I could come to the similism, that aspect was already covered in the personality. Okay,
Thank you,
so
ma'am.
God bless you, dear. And impatient. It's always a pleasure to share and discuss when it comes to homeopathy and all the tremendous inputs which you people have shared. I learnt a lot through the case, and really I have seen each and every people sharing their input. I got to learn a new rubrics as well and a new understanding through different perspectives. Dr. Anjita, oh, it is this beauty of sharing cases in the group. And when this group, these cases are shared, it is in the form of a library, and this library will be lifetime. Anytime you all can refer to this. Okay. So somebody said that impatient children with. Okay. So when it comes to impatient, when do we use the rubric impatient? Impatient is when you are told to wait and there is a time duration and you want it earlier. So we say patience रखना, करते हैं ना, हो जाएगा. Patience रखना. Okay, isn't it? So impatient children with. This lady is not impatient. It is like not time bound. Okay, so अब एक जो है impatient children with काली कार. Okay, तो इसमें ऐसा होता है तो कि the mother is there and the kid is there. Okay, तो बोलते होमवर्क कर लो. ऐसा बच्चा जो है उसे माँ कहती है होमवर्क कर लो. बोलते ठीक है मैं करती. बोला ना कर लो होमवर्क, होमवर्क कर लो. तो पेशेंस और टाइम जो है वो वेट नहीं करना चाहती है मम्मा. मैंने बोला तो वो करना है. तो दिस इज इम्पेशेंट चिल्ड्रन विद. ऐसा है क्या इस केस में? नो. So we didn't take that route. Okay. So this is the basic this crux. And Ashok sir, I know that you have given me the stipulated time, but ये extend होगा और you know very well when it comes to homeopathy and Didi, she is not
चलेगा
time bound. Okay.
चलेगा.
हाँ, okay. Thank you so much. And I would, since this case, as Dr. Hussain also said, that it is covering the aspect of the song which I had shared. ये तो सच है कि भगवान है song. And in that song, that paragraph, that stanza which I had shared, I would, since it is Ma Tujhe Pranam series, I would like to sing the song. Okay, for my mother. It is dedicated to her and to all the lovely mothers in the group. Okay. जन्म देती है जो माँ जिसे जगता है, अपनी संतान में प्राण जिसके रहे. लोरिया होठों पे सपने बुनती नजर, नींद जो वारी हंस के हर दुख सहे. ममता के रूप में है प्रभु, आपसे पाया वरदान है. धरती पे रूप माँ बाप, उसकी भाषा की पहचान है. आपकी खाद हम आज होकर जवान, उस परम शक्ति से करते हैं प्रार्थना. उनकी छाया रहे रहती दुनिया तलक एक पल रह सके हम न जिनके बिना, आप दोनों सलामत रहे, सबके दिल में ये अरमान है, धरती पे रूप माँ बाप का उससे ढाका की पहचान है. I dedicate this session to my lovely mom and to my daughter Navya as well. So it's like if we got to consider, Navya is among the ones who will not allow to share her snack. Okay, so I didn't share. Otherwise, I wanted all the three generations: my mother, my snack, and Navya. But Navya is see, she is not natural, but there is a rubric when it comes to teaching. So I am sharing this. The picture aversion to is natural. Okay, so you can even mark down this point. Otherwise, I wanted all the three in the flyer, and it is a very wonderful gift to me from HFH family. I will cherish the memories, and I really appreciate the effort which goes into it. Is the in the group that we see that people are sharing their cases and all. But जो कहते हैं ना पर्दे के पीछे, a lot of efforts goes into all this. Okay, to make the flyer, to see to it that all the cases are given in the YouTube when it comes to editing part and everything. So whenever a case is shared, we are a strength of 5,128 members. Okay, so kindly do take part, and even the pastoral members who take part, the budding homeopaths. During our time, we didn't have such telegram group to guide us. We literally had to ask the mentors, go through the book, and today you all are getting all served on the platter. Okay, so please do take part. And if you feel, if any time you feel कि नहीं हमें जो है ग्रुप में लोग क्या बोलेंगे, तो वन थिंग रिमेम्बर, दुनिया का सबसे बड़ा रोग क्या कहेंगे लोग. ओके, तो अगर आपको ऐसा लगता है कि लोग क्या बोलेंगे, एनी टाइम यू कैन take down my contact number as well, 877-963-0369. I again repeat, 877-963-0369. Contact me. We will be guiding you, but please take part. Please take part. Okay. Thank you so much. Gratitude to everyone. And I think all the one more remedy was there, Kali falls. I recollect somebody has said, I think Preeti Agarwal said Kali falls. Okay, so this case it's not Kali falls, because when it comes to Kali falls, okay, so it is a female who single-handedly has to handle each and everything, because the husband is staying abroad, he has got job abroad. Okay, so when it comes to Kali Falls, this is not the theme case which I have presented. No theme of Kali Falls was there, hence Kali Falls was ruled out. Okay, तो जो है Kali Falls में single handedly, मतलब उसमें ऐसा भी होता है कि husband is not there, वो abroad है husband, और जो है mother in law and father in law दोनों जो है बीमार है, तो और ऊपर से सब बिल, इलेक्ट्रिक बिल, लाइट बिल, मेंटेनेंस बिल, सब उनको अकेले ही करना है उस लेडी को. यहाँ पे ऐसा कुछ भी नहीं था. She was with the family और सब लोग जो है उनको साथ दे रहे थे. There was no domination as such, and this son, daughter-in-law accompanied younger son, और जब बड़ी बेटी थी उनको MCA में भी एडमिशन मिले, तो उसका भी टेंशन रहता था. तो this theme of the song perfect match for this lady. Okay, जन्म देती है जो माँ जिससे, जब अपनी संतान में प्राण जिसके रहे, तो अपनी संतान में प्राण जिसके रहे. और दिस लेडी, मेरे बच्चे को लत नहीं लगनी चाहिए, खराब संगत नहीं लगनी चाहिए, उस चीज का डर, वो प्राण उसके उस अपने संतान में है. ओके, so this is the four, and mass Tumhe Pranam series plus the case plus this score, everything was matching. So I thought of adding this song as well. And yes, it's very close to my heart. Okay, so thank you, Dr. Ankita, Dr. Ashok, and Dr. Smita, and all Dr. Hussain and everybody, all the delegates joining in. If I got to take the names of everybody, the list will go on and on. Okay, but I thank everybody from the bottom of my heart and enjoy homeopathy. I thank to our master, Dr. Samuel Henneman sir, for bestowing such a lovely practice. Because of him, we all are together today. Okay, so any doubts still persisting, please ask me. Until if you have any doubt later also, you can ask me in the telegram. Okay. So hereby I end my session. Still, if you want any points to be elaborated, do let me know.
Thank you. Thank you. God, thank you, members.
Thank you, everybody.